Welcome to the Champagne Empress podcast, my divine queen. I'm your host, Georgette, and today we're going to talk about something that society has conditioned you to fear, to suppress, to hide your dark feminine energy, the very force that makes you both feared and desired, but respected and craved. Now, before we dive in, let's do an energy alignment a little bit different. So I want you to close your eyes if you're in a safe space. To do so, take a deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale through your mouth, I want you to feel the power that's been lying dormant within you. That force that makes lesser men tremble and kings kneel, that energy that has been labeled as too much, too intense, too powerful. Feel it rising within your whole body. Let me tell you something most dating coach won't. Your light feminine energy alone is not enough. That sweet, nurturing, always accommodating energy, it's only half of your power. And half of your power isn't enough to magnetize the kind of love you desire. Every empress has two crowns, her light and her dark. And today we're going to master both. So let's talk about a little bit about your light feminine, okay? Your light feminine and her powered self is the creatress, the nurturer, the embodiment of love and abundance. She draws people in with her warmth, her radiance. This is where, when we are channeling, we are in our light feminine. When we are intuitive, we are in our light feminine because we are guided to the next journey. And it is her ability to make others feel seen and held. So what about your dark? Your dark feminine, she is the queen who knows when to close the doors. She's the discerning force that separates the worthy from the unworthy. She's the energy that makes men think twice before disrespecting you, that makes him step up or step out. Now, let's be real about something. Most of you are stuck in the toxic expression of one of these energies, and it's costing you not just in love, but in your power as a woman. Because we hear, oh, you have to be in your feminine, and all the dating I've seen, oh, to attract a high value man, you have to not speak your mind, stay quiet and listen. Excuse me? No. The toxic light feminine energy, she's the eternal doormat. The one who says yes when her soul screams no. The one who gives until she's empty. She accepts all the crumbs and call them a feast. She stays in situation that drains her soul, just all in honor of, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be soft. And the toxic dark feminine, she's a manipulator. The one who knows her power so much, she uses it as a weapon. She uses her sexuality. She plays games instead of owning her power. She builds wall instead of boundaries. She pushes love away because she's afraid of her own power. But today, we're going to master something different. We're going to learn how to wield both your light and dark feminine with such precision, such power, that you'll never again question your worth in love or life. Let me share something personal with you. I remember the moment I realized I was stuck in toxic light feminine energy. I was that woman who would respond to every text immediately. Oh my gosh, if I don't answer, they'll think I'm not interested. I would rearrange my entire schedule for a man who wouldn't even confirm plans until last minute. I stayed in situations that I had no business staying in. I was so afraid of being seen as difficult, especially as a woman of color. I didn't want to add that extra difficultness that I became invisible to myself. I barely recognized who I was. I was walking on eggshell in my own relationships just for the sake of making my men comfortable. But then I discovered my dark feminine, and let me tell you about the first time I felt its power. I was in a relationship that was definitely not serving me. Then when I left that relationship because it was pure intuitive, I knew my worth. But after that relationship, there was a lot of healing moments that needed to happen, more confidence that I need to step into, and understanding how I was in the toxicity of my light feminine. And I went through a process of healing. When I discovered my dark feminine, I started dating again. Okay. So a man I was dating consistently made plan last minute, and I was like, oh yeah, let me rearrange my schedule and be available. And one day I sat on my couch and I realized I'm running a business. Why in the world am I dropping myself so I could accommodate a man that never does any of that for me? So one day he texted me around like 6 or 8, I don't remember. And my old energy, I would have jumped at the chance. But this time, I was different. I felt that dark feminine rise within me, that queen energy that knows her worth. I simply replied, I require more notice for making plan. I'm available next Tuesday or Thursday evening if you'd like to schedule something in advance. And let me tell you what happened. He not only apologized, but he started planning dates days in advance. That's the power of your dark feminine. She doesn't fight, she doesn't argue, she simply states her worth and allows others to rise to meet it. And when I started dating more and more and more, I was always nurturing and I was holding space, but I was always the one not taking any BS from men. I knew when to walk away and I knew when to love. And mind you, walking away has nothing to do with the amount of love that's given. I could love, but I also know when to walk away. So today, I want you to think of where in your life where you're allowing yourself to not rise into your dark feminine, rise into that power and embrace the balance. So now let's talk about how to actually use these energies in your dating life, because this isn't about theory. This is about transformation. And I have gone through that transformation because I was you. I was the woman who was a doormat. I was that woman. And now I'm in both energies because I've learned to not be in the toxicity of any of those energy. I don't do things to manipulate. I don't demand. I just exist and know my worth. I don't tell you what it is you need to give me. You can't do it? That's fine. Let's go. Now, when you first meeting someone, leading with your light energy, okay? Be warm, be open, be inviting. But let your dark feminine be the gatekeeper. She's the one who observes his consistency. Because here's the thing. A lot of women go on dates. They date people and they just take what he says or what he does as gold. Let me tell you, the treatment he gives you is amazing. You deserve that. The good morning text, yes, you deserve it. But I want you to not take those at face value yet. I want you to observe his consistency. Don't demand, oh my gosh, you always text me good morning and today you didn't. No, let me tell you, we don't do that. No, no. I want you to observe. Note how he treats staff. That's one thing. I will never date men that treat the staff poorly. No, because if they could treat the staff poorly, you already know how they're going to treat other people that maybe are for them not in their status level. No, we're all the same. We're all one. So I want you to watch his actions, not his words. Again, you're observing. Feel into his energy beyond his charm. Oh my gosh, we are so blinded by men that are so hot. Ooh, he has a six pack and he's interested in me. Honey, that's because your self confidence is not there. Oh, but he treats me good. Okay, he should have treated you bad because he's looking great. So look beyond the charm, but feel it into his energy. Is that an energy you want into your life forever? Is that an energy you want around your friend? Some of you date asshole in the name of he looks great. And then you wonder what happened when he does what he does to your family, to your friends, when he's disrespectful to people around you. So wake up and stop fantasizing and stop idolizing sexy men for the sake of being sexy. Like, oh yes, they could be sexy. If their energy do not align with my values, it's a chop, chop, chop next. So in communication, your light energy is the one who responds with warmth when he makes effort. We have to appreciate the effort that men make. Okay? When he make the effort to plan a date, we have to show the warmth of, oh my gosh, I love it. Thank you. We show appreciation for his thoughtful actions, the thing he does for you. Maybe he washes the car. He comes and bring you lunch on a busy day. Show appreciation and create space where he can open up. The light feminine does that. We create space where he can be vulnerable. We create space for him to feel held as well, because he's there to hold us as well. We have to find the king that knows how to hold us. And we express genuine enthusiasm. We don't fake it till we'll make it here. We don't go, it's amazing when we hated it. No, we don't do that. We genuinely express enthusiasm. But now you know how to be in your light feminine and dating. But what about your dark? Let me tell you about your dark feminine when it comes to dating. She's the one that takes her time responding to lazy communication. There's some communication out there that I don't even respond to things I have to decide what they are. She doesn't explain herself repeatedly. If something happened, I don't have to explain that. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I totally missed that. Listen, I apologize, and that's it. I don't have to repeatedly explain myself or over explain either. If I say no, I don't have to tell you the reason why I'm saying no. I don't have to be this nice. No, I would not want to go there. But you could also suggest a place if it's about something you don't want to do, right? And she walks away from disrespect without drama. Some men disrespect you. We don't have to teach them a lesson. Oh, do you know who I am? No. Okay, sir, thank you. Walk away. You walk away. You maintain the mystery and your sovereignty. You don't tell your whole life story in a minute. You sit back, you observe, you let it be. So, Empress, I want you to be able to embody both your light and dark feminine because you have to be the whole you. You can't be just one side of you. One side serves a purpose, the other serves another. But together, they're magnetic, they're powerful. Both of them are here to help you. So let me share another story that shows the power of balancing both energies. One of my clients came to me always leading with her dark feminine, and it's toxic form. And we see a lot of that on the YouTube, on the dating scene right now. Okay. We see the manipulation sometimes. We see it play out. When she was dating, she used to be defensive about if someone said something, then she became guarded. Her walls was up, thinking, oh, I'm protecting my heart. She was always testing men to prove they would hurt her. She would keep attracting men who either wanted to tame her or who would engage in power struggle. Ugh. So we worked on balancing her energies. She learned to let her light feminine create the initial connection while her dark feminine maintain the standards that we work on, the standards that we embody. So when we then bond, she met a man who was captivating by her warmth, but respected her power. He later told her it was her ability to be both soft and strong that made him realize she was the one. And sometimes we hear men say, I want a strong woman. Uh, I don't want to be strong all the time. No, I want to be in my soft energy and I want to be in my strong energy. I want to have the combination. If I want to lay and read a book, I want to do that. And if I want to wake up and create badass businesses, I am allowed to do that as well. So allow your understanding to merge all the energies together. So a king doesn't want to tame you. A king can hold you and all your energy and your softness and your power. A king will recognize you, queen. And now I want you to understand something crucial. This isn't about playing games. This is an embodiment, a transformation. Your dark feminine isn't a tool to manipulate. She's a force to embody. So, I'm going to give you some practical guidance for awakening both energies. And in dating, let your light feminine create the welcome. Let your dark feminine set the pace. Stop immediately texting so much. Oh, let's go on a date 3 times a week for the first week. No, let's not. Use your light feminine to appreciate effort. Use your dark feminine to address shortcomings. Okay, we appreciate the effort, but we also speak our mind. There's a way to do that. You will use your light with the confidence of the dark. Let your light feminine inspire, but let your dark feminine take control. In your daily practice, start your morning by honoring both energies. Move your body in ways that make you feel both power and sensual. Practice saying no without explanation. Allow yourself to be both magnetic and mysterious. Trust your intuition about when to open and when to close. So, your homework this week is this. I want you to notice when you're suppressing either energy out of fear, out of whatever it is. Journal on these questions for me. When do I deem my dark feminine to appear more acceptable? That's a question I journaled on a lot. So I'm not too much, I'm not too powerful, so I'm not too this. And when do I suppress my light feminine because I'm afraid of being hurt? So, yeah. And how would my dating life transform if I embrace both energies fully? And keep in mind, we're just using the dating example right now, but this is about life and business. In business, you can use this to welcome the warmth. But when execution comes into play, the fire comes out. So let both energy dance together so you could understand who you are fully. Because I always say, how can you know yourself if you're not embracing your light and your dark? If you're not stepping in into both energies, if you feel like I can only be light energy, so I could be this soft woman that my husband needs. How can your husband know you fully if you're suppressing your dark feminine? How can you expect him to rise even higher as a king if yourself, you're not showing up as the queen you are? So remember this, my queens. You were never meant to be just light or just dark. You were meant to be the sword and the rose, both the storm and the shelter. That's what makes an empress. She embodies the life she desires. She embodies both light and dark. So I want you to go and do the same because, darling, you are an empress. So if this episode awakened something primal in you, something powerful, come join our conversation in the Facebook group, Champagne Empress, Divine Feminine Alchemy. Or you could follow me on Instagram at Georgette Casimir and share how you're going to embrace both your crowns, your light and your dark. And for those ready to step into this level of power, my exclusive December promo Dating Like an Empress sessions are still available. This is where we transform theory and bod into embodiment, where we turn feminine energy into an irresistible force. You can always DM me for details. Until next week, my Empress, embrace your darkness, radiate your light, and remember, you are always the Empress. Everything else is just remembering. Ciao.